Hello. I thought for writing, I would create a PowerPoint so that we remember all the skills that we need to use in writing a description, which I shared with you in the link. So you can view that after the video. If you have some things to go over, you can always rewind the video. So here we go. First, we're going to review a little bit as to what description writing is that we did on Wednesday. So remember, it's really important that we use strong, vivid adjectives, maybe even using a thesaurus to give us some of those ideas. We really want to pull in our sentence. What does it taste like? What does it feel like when I touch it? Does it smell different? Can I hear what it sounds like? All those things are going to excite your reader more. Your reader, your audience should be able to paint a picture as to what you're describing. It has a beginning that reveals your topic. So your first sentence is going to help us understand what we're going to learn about, what we're going to be seeing in the description. A middle has all those details, all those adjectives and adverbs by using your senses. The ending retells the main idea, explains, I hope you learn more about blank, or leaves the readers with something to think about. Remember that when choosing your words, you want to excite your audience. Use your senses, maybe use a thesaurus to find some synonyms. You don't want to use a synonym for each and every word, otherwise it's going to lose the meaning. But one or two in each sentence would probably be okay. So thinking about word choice, we have the box on the table had silver paper and a red ribbon, or the enormous box on the table was covered in a shiny, smooth, silvery paper that sparkled in the light. The box was tied with a bright red, velvety ribbon. The second one, hopefully you decided has much better word choice. I can really see what that box looks like, that present on that table. Now, moving on, after we have all those details, there's some ways that we could format our description. And by formatting, I mean, what is our paragraph going to look like? Am I going to be explaining a person from the top to the bottom? Am I going to explain something that is more linear, that I can go side from side? So I'm looking at a shelf. From the left, it has this, and the middle has this, and the right has this. They're on the same level. Or am I going to describe something that's near to me? And as I move closer into it, the farther I go back, what else is behind that? So I pulled some examples from page 290 in your book that says the first example is from the top to the bottom. So if I'm describing a person, I might use, what do I see from the top all the way to the bottom? Instead of saying, their smile's like this, they have big feet, and kind of moving all around. This way it's in a specific order from the top of their body to the end. So one example is, my cousin Vincent has dark curly hair. So that's at the top of his head is his hair. He has big bushy eyebrows like Grandpa's. His eyes are almost black. His nose is just like mine. It is square at the tip. He has the same cheesy smile my mom has. So that's just describing the top of his face. But notice how they went from the top and moved their way to the bottom of his face. Now we can describe things in like a line going side to side. So another example from 290 is, my collection are on the shelf above my bed. On the left are my comic books. In the middle are my baseball cards. Then there are my dragon models. I keep my soccer trophies on the right side of my shelf. So this person is describing a collection of items they have on a shelf in their room. Above their bed, they have a shelf. On the left are my comic books. In the middle are baseball cards. Then there's dragon models on the far end, the right side of a shelf with the soccer trophies. So we're doing things in order. Finally, I can describe something that's near to me to something that's far away. The first thing you'll see by the park entrance are some picnic tables. So right when I get to the park, that's the thing that's closest to me are the picnic tables. Past the picnic tables are groups of trees. My apologies, I did not proofread this before I used it. In the middle are the trees is the duck pond. From there, you can see the end of the park. So what am I seeing first? What's closest to me? The picnic tables. Then after that, past that, are the trees. In the middle of the trees, there's a duck pond. After that, you can see the end of the park. Now, on page 291, the very next page in your book, 291 at the bottom, has a list of items that I want you to describe. You only have to pick one. So, you could pick a birthday cake that you want to describe, a classroom, a table full of food, a snow-covered mountain, a model train, a view of the ocean, or a parrot. You only pick one, but I want a paragraph, so more than 3 sentences of that description. If I'm going to be talking to a birthday cake, I hope that you describe what it looks like, tastes like, maybe feels like, the flavor, how is it decorated, all those things. A classroom, are there people in it? Are there desks? What's on the wall? Do you hear things? Do you hear things being talked about? A view of the ocean, what does it smell like? Does it have salt in it? Think of all those things. If I'm talking about the view of the ocean, I might also say I can see right by my toes, there's sand. Then I see the tide where the water touches the sand. In the ocean more, I might see a dolphin swimming by. And further on back, there's a buoy with a boat going past. All right, that's already more than 3 sentences. When you're done with that, it can either be typed if you want to share with me. A lot of you shared some really awesome summaries with me using Google Docs, so that's awesome. Otherwise, a handwritten note, picture or scanned is fine too. Make sure you put your name on it just in case. And remember, I want a nice description, hopefully with 3 or more sentences using those description words. Thank you.